back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Before I get started, if you are into my videos even a little bit, I would love it if you would subscribe below and hit the notification bell. I do new videos, every Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. A lot of them feature my cute dog. She's pretty much the highlight of it all. Hello. And I do a lot of different things. I kind of booktube videos, I do vlogs, I sing, and I do sketches, and I do like some story times and stuff, but that kind of like, I kind of put that into like the vlog category for myself, but I don't know if that's official, but that's what I do. So today I wanted to talk to you about my February TBR. I thought I would be super original and try to do a love kind of Valentine theme TBR, and when I was looking at my shelves, I really did not have a lot of like love story books. Like, I mean, I guess there's like love stories in like most stories in general, but I like don't have a lot of like love story books. So I did go to the library to kind of supplement it, and yeah, so I'm going to show you what I have. I was going to, you'll see my my January wrap up of the Harry Potter books, and I had a few extra books I was trying to tag on if I like finished the Harry Potter books, which I didn't. And I was like looking at them, and for February I like wasn't super excited. I normally would try to like push it over to February so I could read them, but I think I'm gonna save them for another time just because I kind of like the idea of doing like a Valentine's-y theme. And yeah, like the books were kind of like about the American blue-collar worker, and survival in Auschwitz was one, and then there was kind of like a crime mystery thriller involving like children going missing, so none of them were kind of even a little bit in that theme, so I think I'm going to push them to another month. That was a lot of explanation for really no reason. So anyways, this also isn't with the theme, but I like to read a self-help book every month. So my book this month is The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. And I did read this actually around this time last year, and I really liked it a lot. I got a lot of good stuff out of it. I've already started it because I finished The Compound Effect rather early last month, and it's just so good to reread. There's so many things in it that I do remember, but like it's nice to just get it more cemented in your brain, and I honestly cannot recommend it enough. It's so good. Alright, so my next books, these are my library books I got. This first one, it was kind of hard because they didn't really have like a Valentine's Day section, which I was just kind of banking on. And then like the romance section was all kind of like romance novels, and I felt really shy picking out like a full-fledged romance novel and taking it out. I don't know why. I just felt really shy about it, and they're really not books that I read, even though I was like, I should read one for February. And I didn't. So I had to kind of peruse more. So this first one that I have is I'll Be There by Holly Goldberg Sloan. This is a young adult. It looked really sweet. It was Sam Border wishes he could escape. Raised by an unstable father, he spent his life moving from place to place, but he could never abandon his little brother Riddle. Riddle Border doesn't talk much. Instead, he draws pictures of the insides of things and waits for the day when the outside of things will make sense. He worships his older brother, but how can they leave when there's nowhere to go? Then everything changes because Sam meets Emily. Emily Bell believes in destiny. She sings for her church choir, though she doesn't have a particularly good voice. Nothing she feels is mere coincidence, and she's singing at the moment she first sees Sam. Everyone whose path you cross in life has the power to change you, sometimes in small ways and sometimes in ways greater than you could have ever known. Beautifully written and emotionally profound, Holly Goldberg Sloan's debut novel definitely explores the idea of human connection. So I loved that description. Not only does it go with the theme I'm kind of going for, I just love the idea of I've been kind of working through this with my life the past few months, and just kind of having people in your life who it's sometimes I have a hard time letting go of people who might not be in my life right now with their best interests in heart. I always when I make friends, I kind of stick it out to the end, and unless something goes terribly wrong, I would always I always want people in my life, but it's kind of that idea that maybe that person was just in your life to teach you this one thing, and sometimes it's really important to let go, because that was their purpose, and you just have to believe in it. And I really love the idea of all of that, and I don't know, I'm really excited about that. I think that'll be a really nice book. The next one I got from the library, hello, is Eligible by Curtis Sittenfeld. I was really into this because it's a Pride and Prejudice modern retelling. I think that's really cool, and I'm really excited to kind of get into that. It basically is this version of the Bennet family, and Mr. Darcy is one that you haven't met before. Liz is a magazine writer in her late 30s who, like her yoga instructor older sister Jane, lives in New York City. When their father has a health scare, they return to their childhood home in Cincinnati to help and discover that the sprawling Tudor they grew up in is crumbling and the family is in disarray. Younger sisters, Kitty and Lydia, are too busy with their CrossFit workouts and paleo diets to get jobs. Mary, the middle sister, is earning her 3rd online master's degree and barely leaves her room except for those mysterious Tuesday night outings she won't discuss. And Mrs. Bennet has one thing on her mind, how to marry off her daughters, especially as Jane's 40th birthday fast approaches. Enter Chip Bingley, a handsome new-in-town doctor who recently appeared on the juggernaut reality TV dating show Eligible. At a 4th of July barbecue, Chip takes an immediate interest in Jane, but Chip's friend, neurosurgeon Fitzwilliam Darcy, reveals himself to Liz to be much less charming. And yet first impressions can be deceiving. I think that sounds really cute, and I think it's like a fun mix of modern day and like that old school story. So I just thought this sounded really fun, and I'm really excited to pick that up. Okay, my next book is The Program. I got this from Book Outlet, I don't know, a while ago. Suzanne Young. So basically, when suicide... I can talk. When suicide, now an international epidemic. When suicide, now an international epidemic, one outburst could land her in the program, the only proven course of treatment. Sloan's parents have already lost one child. Sloan knows they'll do anything to keep her alive. She also knows that everyone who's been through the program returns as a blank slate because their depression is gone, but so are their memories. Oh, that sounds crazy. Under constant surveillance at home and at school, Sloan puts on a brave face and keeps her feelings buried as deep as she can. The only person Sloan can be herself with is James. He's promised to keep them both safe and out of treatment, and Sloan knows their love is strong enough to withstand anything. But despite the promises they've made to each other, it's getting harder to hide the truth. They're both growing weaker, depression is setting in. Okay, so not like the most like lovey-dovey romance story, but this is when I was kind of going through my shelves and being like, I have no romance books, like nothing that is like a great epic romance at all. So this is like one of the only ones I had that I have not read, and it's kind of an offbeat love story, and I like it, and I've wanted to read it, so that's my excuse. I guess I really kind of was wishy-washy with this theme. The next one I have is Thunderhead. It's the sequel to the Scythe book that I read a couple months ago, which I'm really obsessed with. Neal Shusterman. I picked it because A, I just really, really wanted to read the sequel because I enjoyed the first book so much. And B, I mean, I feel like there's a romance blossoming between the two main characters, at least in the first book, even though they're not supposed to be romantically involved. I felt like there was a romance blossoming, and while that's not the main focus of this, I was pretty invested in their relationship, and I really want to read this book, and those are all my reasons. And it fits. There's love happening somewhat. Okay, my next book. I got this book a while ago, and I just haven't read it for whatever reason, but it's Lunch in Paris, a love story with recipes by Elizabeth Bard. It's kind of weird how it's written. Elizabeth Bard. And I got this a while ago. It is legit, like, I think the only thing that says a love story on my shelf, so I was like, perfect! In Paris for a weekend visit, Elizabeth Bard sat down to lunch with a handsome Frenchman and never went home again. Oh, that's cute. It's nice she can do that. Was it love at first sight, or was it the way her knife slid effortlessly through her pauvre poivre, the steak's pink juices puddling into the buttery pepper sauce? Lunch in Paris is the story of a young woman caught up in two passionate affairs, one with her new beau, Gwendol, the other with French cuisine. Plunging headlong into the most romantic of cities, Bard encounters bustling open-air markets, hipster bistros, and size 2 femme fatales. She learns to gut her first fish with a little help from Jane Austen and soothe pangs of homesickness with the rise of a chocolate souffle. The deeper Bard immerses herself in French cuisine, the more Paris itself begins to translate. Oh, so I didn't even realize this, but it's a memoir. I mean, that makes sense. Yeah. That's cool. That's very fun. I enjoy reading kind of biographies and autobiographies and memoir type things, and that's very fun. I'm super excited to read this. I remember why I picked this when I bought it so long ago. Yay! Alright, my last book is Jane Eyre, Charlotte Bronte. I read it before. I have this really cool edition of it that my boyfriend got me. It's illustrated. It has kind of like these gothic illustrations. If I can like find one. Yeah, like stuff like this. It's really pretty, and I've wanted to reread it just because I really love holding this book. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm really excited. I think we all kind of know the story of Jane Eyre, but yeah, I'm really excited just because I enjoy holding this book and carrying it around, and I just think it's really a beautiful addition, so that's why I'm really excited for that. So that's it. Please let me know in the comments what you guys are reading for February, and if you have any recommendations for March. I don't know. My dog is like licking my books. Why are you licking my books? That was weird. That was bizarre. It was. Let me know in the comments what you guys are reading and any recommendations you might have for March. I don't really know like what my theme would be, but it might just be kind of like a hodgepodge of things. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you subscribe below, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Bye!